In this video, we're going to format our spreadsheet so it looks a little nicer. We're going to use the merge and center command. We're going to try cell styles to make some easy formatting, and we'll take a look at changing the theme of the workbook. Okay, first thing we want to do is fix our title, the most important part. Our title. We'd like to, first of all, center it over our table here, center it. Now we can't, well, we can move it. We put our pointer on the border there. We get the four-way arrow, and we could use that to move it over to about here, but that's not quite centered, not really quite centered here. So let's just make it, take it, move it back over here. Okay, just put your pointer on the border. You get the four-way arrows. You can move the cell. Okay, another thing we could do, we can edit the cell. We can either go up here in the formula bar, click right in front of that P there, and type a bunch of spaces. And we go here, that kind of pushes it, but that's all. You have to hold the space bar down for, about 97 times till we get it over there. We don't want to do that, so let's undo that. There we go. Okay, another way, if you just double click here, puts it into editing mode, and then we can click right in front of that P and do the same thing, but no, you don't want to do that. We'll undo that. We'll use my favorite button, the undo button, undoes it. Okay, here's the way to center this exactly across these what, 5, 6 cells here, right? We want to center it. Well, first thing we have to do is select the area that we want to center over. Okay, so we click in the middle of the first cell. Click in the middle of the first cell, hold the left mouse button down, and then just drag it to the right over to F1 and let go. Okay, we've selected a range of cells from A1 to F1, and now what we want to do is go up here into the Merge and Center button in the Alignment group in the Merge and Center. Click on Merge and Center in the Alignment group of the Home tab, and then we can just click there. Look at that, okay? What did it do? Well, it merged and centered. It merged those 6 cells into one big giant cell, and then it centered the contents over that big giant cell. That's pretty nice. Let's do the same thing for the next cell. Click on this. Again, click in the middle of the cell, hold down the left mouse button, drag it over to the right, okay? Just one row. That's it there. Select that as such, and then we'll go here, click on this merge and center again. Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now that we've done that, now we need to fix the text. Okay, now there's a couple of things we can do. If we click in A1 there, and we can go up here, we can make it bold. We can click the B button here to make it bold. We can change the font. We can make the font bigger. We can make it different colors. Okay, there's many different things we could do here. We can even put a little border underneath it, okay? All these things we could do, and we can manually do them. But the fast way to do it is to use styles. Use styles, okay? We go over here, and first we select A1. We'll go over here, click on the Cell Styles button, like so. Now, if you don't have the Cell Styles button like this, what you may have is something else. My computer screen is pretty small, so all I have is this little button here in the Styles group. On your computer, it may look like this. Here you have a very wide screen, and we have a bunch of different buttons, and our Styles group is very big. We have a bunch of different styles here that we can choose from, but what we want to do is look at this a little more closely, and we want to click the More button. The More button is that button right there. It's the third button down on the right side. We click the More button, and when we click it, we get what? We get a gallery of different styles that we can choose from, okay? Gallery of many different styles. Okay, so what we want to do is just click that More button, click the More button, and you'll see a gallery of styles will appear. Okay, now I don't have that More button. All I can do here is click on the Cell Styles button and get the same thing, a gallery of different styles. And what I want to do here is I have the cell A1 selected, and I want to use a particular style, and this is the title of my report. So I'm going to use this style right here, title. That's pretty good. Click on title. That's pretty nice. I can click on this cell here, A2, and for this one, I'm going to use another style. I'm going to go up here, click on the cell styles again. You can click on your More button, and I'm going to use heading 1. And look at that. It puts in a very nice font here. And if you click away, you can see it also puts in a little underline there. Pretty nice. What I also want to do is take these headings here. Okay, B3, those there. Okay, click those. And also I want these over here. So I want to select this group here and this group over here. Now, the way to do that, we have two non-adjacent groups of cells. So what I want to do is basically select the first group. Okay, I click in the middle of the first cell, hold down the left mouse button, and just select it like so. Now I want to get the second group. Now, if I just click over here, it's going to unselect the first group. But if I hold down the Control key on the keyboard and then select them, look at that. That enables me to select two non-adjacent groups of cells, the Control key. Okay, the Shift key for adjacent cells, Control key for non-adjacent cells. Okay, I've got them selected. And now what I'll do is I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll go up here, click on Cell Styles, and I'll put them into the, let's see, what would be good. Heading 4. Heading 4 is a nice style. Nice and blue, dark. That's pretty good and basic. Very nice. Very good. Okay, pretty nice. We got the text looking pretty nice. Let's fix these numbers. These numbers really need some help here. So let's do. Now we're talking about dollars here. We're not talking about the number of bikes. That would be a huge number of bikes. And how could you sell like 0.12 of a bike? Now we're talking about dollars here. And what we want to do is indicate their dollars with dollar signs. Now, what a lot of beginners do is put dollar signs on every cell. Well, we don't want that. That's too many dollar signs. We just want it at the top, on the top row, and the total row at the bottom. Okay, the bottom line and the top line. All right, and that's it's pretty standard. Okay, you don't want to have too many dollar signs. So what we'll do is we'll select the top row. Select the top row again. Click in the middle of the first cell. Hold down the left mouse button. Drag across to the right till you have that. And then we want to get this group here too. We're going to kill two rows with one stone, as it were. And so again, we'll hold down the Control key. Hold down the Control key. Keep holding it. Then we click in the middle of the cell here. Hold the mouse down, drag it to the right. Okay, let go of the mouse, let go of the Control key. We have two groups of cells selected. And now we're going to apply a particular style. Now, we're not going to use cell styles here because we have these other buttons right here in the number group. And if we're talking about dollars, we'll go here. We'll click on the dollar sign. That's actually called the accounting number format. So we'll just click on that and look at that. Okay, it also widens all the columns to make it fit, which is fine. That's good. Now we need to fix the numbers in the middle. It also puts commas there. That's nice. It makes the numbers a lot easier to read. In the U.S., of course, we use commas to indicate thousands. Other countries use something else, but we do use commas here. Let's use the same thing over here. Now, we're not going to use dollars here. We're going to use something else, and we'll go up here and use the comma style, okay, the comma style, which is exactly like the accounting number format style that we just used, except there's no dollar signs, right? So here, we just click on the comma there. Look at that. Okay, pretty good. Now, you notice what it also did is it indented the numbers a little bit on the right side. It indented them because the accounting number format uses what they indicate negative numbers by using parentheses. If you take an accounting course, you'll see that accountants like to put parentheses around negative numbers. And all these numbers are positive. But if I were to make this number negative, if I were just to double click here and just put a minus sign in front of that too, hit the enter key to put it in, and you can see now it indicates the negative number with parentheses. And that space, that little indentation, is for that parentheses, so that the number, even if it did have parentheses, it would still be lined up. The decimal places would be lined up perfectly. Okay, now I don't want that, of course, because I'm going to hit the undo button, go back to a positive number, which works nice. So look at that. We've got these numbers here and here. Oh, fantastic. Now, the total row is very important. Okay, that's the bottom line. So let's make that stand out. Let's select, in fact, this whole row here. Select the whole row, and actually, no, we'll just select the numbers. We'll just select the numbers. Okay, in real life, I would do that too, but we'll just do this one. Okay, yeah, the instructions say just to do B8 through E8. So that's what we'll do. We want to get 100 on this extra credit. So we'll follow exactly along as they say. And then we'll go up here and click on the Cell Styles button up here. Click on Cell Styles and look at there's a nice style here for total. Okay, so we can just click on that and look at that. It makes it bold. It also puts lines above and below. The line above it, it's another accounting format here. The line above it means that this sum is just basically a sum of the numbers above it. And the double line below it means that that's the end. That's the end of this calculation. Okay, that's a really nice looking thing here. Really good. Okay, now this is something that you'd be very proud to show your boss. But bosses, they like to see things. They like to look at pictures. Everybody likes to look at pictures. So there must be a way we can convey this information in a pictorial format. And yes, there is. The next thing we're going to do is create a chart to display this information in the best way possible.